Welcome back to the R8 vlog. It's been a few weeks. It's literally been 2 weeks since I've been here at AMS in Chicago, and I'm back. I just flew in this morning. It's time to check out the R8 and the progress you guys have made in the last 2 weeks since I've been here. They've been sending me teasers, but I haven't seen what it looks like all together yet. We're gonna check it out, get my reaction on that, and then we're gonna hit the dyno tomorrow. But first, we're gonna do the first start on the car. I told them to wait so I could hear it when they start it for the first time. I can't wait. Let's check it out. What's up?
What's going on, dude?
What's going on?
You ready?
Yeah, I gotta see it.
We're on
Oh,
the big camera, huh?
yeah. The LED lights were, yeah. Oh my God. Holy crap. Damn. It's real. Oh. You've been busy.
I have been busy. Yeah.
Looks great. The centerpiece. Damn. Wow. Holy crap. It all looks good. I love the red accents throughout. It's actually happening. Wow. It's too bad that all this is going to get hidden in the back, but, you know, it's going to look classy. So we're going to get to the first start in just a minute, but I promise you. But I want to go through what's happened in the past 2 weeks since I left here, because that was really the whole point of coming here and doing this video, is to show you guys an inside look what it takes to put one of these cars together. So to start that off, we're going to talk to Tyler, who put the tranny together after we left here last.
That's right.
You're working on another tranny.
I am right now, yeah. Yep.
So I wanted to talk to you, just kind of get a rundown of what happened after I left here, because I think the transmission was pretty much bare like this one when we left.
I think when you left, it was torn down. We might have had second gear back into it. I think you saw that, and then from there we reassembled the mid plate, mated it back with the case, this guy here. Once that happened, I put your wave track together, did all that, checked all the lash and everything, got it all set up. And then we built the half shafts, the diff cover, slapped all that on, put the new pan in, and then sealed it back up pretty much. So
nice.
Yeah.
And in the car it went.
It did, yes.
Perfect.
Nice and easy for once.
We're gonna go look at the rest of the stuff. I appreciate it, Tyler. All right, Alex. So from when we left, the turbos were on, and that was pretty much it. I think you were starting to tear into the fuel system.
Yeah.
So you want to give us a rundown on what went into the car to get it to the point where it's at right here?
Yeah, so I mean, we pretty much went through every single system right off the bat. I think when you were here, we started dabbling a little bit into the fuel system. Since then, it's all been installed. You have dual brushless in-tank, and you now have a brand new fuel regulator and fuel filter from Fuel Lab, and then all the fuel lines, and with that goes your fuel rails and your injectors as well. So when we did your intake manifold, we put all that on as well. We had to assemble that whole manifold from scratch.
I didn't know that you guys assembled it here. That was part of the process.
It's tedious. It's a tedious process. So yeah, after that it was pretty much fit up the exhaust, which was pretty straightforward. Get your wastegates in and plumbed. And then, yeah, put all your interior back together after dyno. We just want to leave it open in case anything happens. You know, we want to be able to get in there right away. And then after that's all said and done, fire suppression system, because I know you need it. We got to put that in there. I think that's pretty much it.
Well, you know what that means. It's time for the first start. Are you ready?
Let's do it. I don't know.
Is it all ready?
Let's do it.
I'm nervous. These guys have done it before, but this is my first. Yeah. Can't wait.
Do we want to have Kyle go in the car and start?
No, I gotta hear from the back. I gotta hear from the back.
Alright.
Yeah. It's alive! Oh my God. It sounds so good. It just keeps getting better. Oh my God. I don't know if the camera's shaking, but I'm so happy right now. I'm like, I love it. All right, there you have it. You're going to be able to hear this in person if you come check it out. Actually, this is a good time to mention it. We're going to be debuting the car at TX2K in just a couple weeks, so mark it on your calendars. This will be there. You guys can hear this in person, but we're going to hear even more turbo noises tomorrow because we're going to put it on the dyno and get it dialed in. I can't wait. You think that sounds good? Just wait till we start spooling it up, hitting some boost, and it's going to get crazy. Dyno's next. I fucking love it. Alright, so now that the car's strapped down, Martin's plugged into the Motec, and he's going to check all the diagnostics and whatnot in the car, make sure everything's ready from the build. There's a lot of new stuff in the car, so just got to check things out. We're going to have several hours of tuning going into this. We're going to start with pump gas. Once pump gas tune's ironed out by Martin's Motec tuning, then he's going to start adding in ethanol as we go, which will help to get us up to the full E85, E90. So it takes a few hours, but we're going to shorten this down to a couple minutes for you guys, so you don't have to see all the painful, boring stuff of this, but we're going to hear a lot more turbo noises coming out of this car, and we're going to start cranking it up here shortly. So I don't know if we're going to see enough color change in this, but you see what the exhaust looks like right now. This will all be blue and pink and all sorts of colors once it heat cycles.
So it's wired correctly. We'll plug it in the diagnostic, throw the diagnostic for us. So it is wired correctly.
So it's possible that there is zero?
It's possible.
Pretty rare.
It's rare to see it. I mean, around here, gas stations will have. This gas is from. We put the gas in this car, right? This is all from.
It's the gas from. Yeah, my tank is full.
Okay. We have pump gas here.
I can get some, yeah.
We get some. Let's add a quarter tank.
Okay.
Put some more gas in it, and we should see the ethanol. Yeah, put 5 in it. We should see the ethanol go up a little bit, please.
So Alex has put 5 gallons of fuel that they had here in Chicago in the car, and now it's going up. It was at 1.0, 1.1 now. So the Nebraska fuel, I think it was at BP in Omaha, had literally 0% ethanol in it. So not bad.
It's possible.
That's hilarious. 2 minutes later, we're at 2%. We got that good in Omaha. This is like the biggest suspense builder ever because, you know, obviously I've been wanting to build one of these for like 10 or 11 years, and it's taken like about 3 weeks to build the car, so I was super anxious to hear it. First start was crazy. I know what these sounds like, you know, full throttle, and to wait for hours for it to happen is like, hey, just for it. You can't do that with a new build because you got to make sure everything's in line, the tune looks good before you go full throttle on the car. Later, and we're getting close to a full pull. Start hearing the spooling sounds. Might hit a little bit of boost there, but it's going to get good soon, I promise. This is the boring part of a new build, getting everything dialed in. talking. Got a little bit of boost on that full. So making some boost finally.
Try to set like your different maps. So that's your lowest power map. So 750 would be your lowest power map.
So we're basically a couple hundred horsepower over factory. So that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I could turn it down more if you want. Like your lowest power map. Do you want it lower than that or no?
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
don't need to go. How many different settings are there?
5.
5. Okay. That was just park throttle still, so the sounds are gonna get even better. Love it. I've been smiling all day. Alright, so Martin's got a new tune flashed in there. I'm gonna continue whittling away at the pump gas tune, see how much power it can make on pump gas. Probably be right around 850, 900 of the wheels, I think, is what he was telling me earlier. And then we'll start pouring in the ethanol, and then by the end of this trip, should be in the 1100 horsepower range. So we'll be getting to that shortly. Hang in there. Titanium's really starting to color in here. Got some bronze and purple starting. So we took a bit of a break, and Martin looked at the logs and saw a little bit of knock in the car. I don't know if it made it in the previous videos, but I filled this car completely full of gas before it started snowing back home. Pretty sure it was 93, but it could have been 91. So we're gonna pull all the fuel out and put fresh 93 in it just to be safe, so we can get a clean 93 tune on it. And then we'll get into the ethanol mixing shortly after that. So did it like that a little bit better? So we made a little more power.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I ran a little more boost on it, a little more torque actually, but yeah, I like it a lot better. I could tell right away it wasn't knocking at all. So yeah.
So what are the main things that you're adjusting right now as you've been tuning for the last few hours?
Really trying to dial in some intake and exhaust cam timing stuff. Setting up our maps really, so I set up like through the cruise control stock where you can choose all different maps. You got your valley mode, your 91 octane or whatever fuel that mode was. If you have crappy
the junk fuel,
fuel basically, yeah, limits ignition timing and torque level down low.
Yeah.
It's still making 700 horsepower, but it's just kind of limited.
Hell yeah. That's on map 2?
Map 3. Yeah. So the wastegate springs open like 5.5 pounds of boost, and this is like maybe 8 pounds. I don't know.
How much boost do you think we'll make on ethanol?
Probably top out around 12, 13 pounds of boost, around there maybe.
900 horsepower, 93 octane, 8 pounds of boost.
Yep.
Beautiful. Is that a good place to stop for the night?
I think so.
It sounds so good. Overall, very successful day. We're getting done tuning 10:45. Not bad. And the neighbors didn't call the cops, so that's good. I am very happy with the car. Just the noises it makes alone. Very happy customer already. And we got a lot more power to make tomorrow. Made just over 900 on pump gas, 93 octane. And tomorrow we start pouring in the ethanol, get the flex fuel set up, and then get all that drained out and put just E85 in and see how much power it can make. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning from AMS. It's day 2 for the dyno on the R8, and I can't wait to see what kind of power this thing makes. We know what numbers we're targeting, but let's see how crazy Martin gets with the laptop. We can turn it up a little bit more than what's going to be driving on the street and at the track on the dyno because it's a little less wear and tear. So let's see what kind of power it can make. Check out the progression on the titanium exhaust. Oh yeah. Look at the color on that. The wastegate pipes are real purple. Got some blue and purple everywhere. It's gonna keep getting better too. like hearing it like I'm gonna drive it now. It just keeps getting better and better and better. This is the best week ever. Oh yeah, street driving it is going to be epic.
Hey, and this is pump gas too.
I know, we're still just on pump gas. What all is involved in the flex fuel tuning for when you're mixing a little bit of ethanol?
What's involved? Actually, not much. If you have everything set up correct in Motec, it takes care of all the fueling in the background based on the flex fuel sensor, and as long as you set up the injectors correctly and you have the fuel parameters set up correctly, it's really, there's no fueling changes. So it's really just dialing in ignition timing, some boost stuff, and torque limits. So it's actually not a lot of work. Once you have all the groundwork set up and everything, that's how it's really actually pretty simple. It's easy, I should say.
A lot of work for you.
Yeah. On E38, if I make 100, I'm guessing.
Really?
50, 1050, yes.
It doesn't take much ethanol.
No, it doesn't.
Just like that, we got a 4-digit car.
1015?
Yep. Up there.
That's on E38 right now. So E40 almost. As we add more ethanol, that obviously will blend up, warm it up. So I think that's a good for E40. It's a good map to be on.
So what percent you think this will take it up to, Martin? Approximately.
E60 to E65, 70 maybe around there.
And you're saying that should be good for the power we need to make? It's kind of pointless after that.
I mean, yeah, as far as ethanol goes, I mean, for how much power we're shooting for, E60, E70 is plenty of fuel for that.
Getting sandblasted.
Yeah, tornado.
Pounds of boost, 1100 horsepower. Just for reference, on the Unicorn we made like, I think 1140 or something like that on 24, 25 pounds of boost. Interesting to see the differences. It's not a whole lot of boost for how much power you get. That's crazy. Oh, there it is. We hit our goal, 1152. Nice. 1152. All right, so successful dyno day so far on day 2. What's next?
Well, we hit 1150. That was kind of my goal. Being kind of conservative with it right now. It's just under E70 right now. We're gonna put 500 gallons of ethanol. Just kind of get up to maybe over E80. That's kind of the limit. Like E80 is kind of where it'll make the most power. Kind of the way I have it set up. So kind of see what it does there. Probably I mean 1200. I'm guessing.
That'd be a nice round number. It's a lot easier to say than 1150.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot cooler for YouTube titles too. Titanium update. Let's see what she's looking like. Damn. Those colors are sweet. official.
Congratulations,
Fuck
sir.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
1200.
Nice.
Woo! Fuck yeah. This is awesome. Holy crap. 1225.
That's E80 right now.
Is it? It's going from 66 to 80.
Yeah. And the power is not just from the ethanol, it's because
Yeah.
I let it run a little more power based on the ethanol content. So I didn't, you're at map 5 still. It's just that power increase came because the ethanol content went up. So I had a little more boost. And that's about 14, up top about 14 and a half pounds of boost right there.
So we're all finished on the dyno. I'm extremely happy with the 1225 to the wheels that the car put down. Now it's time to drive it. I'm waiting for Martin. He's got some business stuff to take care of. We're gonna take it on the street so I can see what this thing feels like. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to turn up to 1200 horsepower on the streets because it's literally gonna be 30 degrees when we're out there, and I have these old crappy tires on here. I've got some Pirellis coming for TX2K, and that's what we're gonna be debuting the car in a couple weeks. Then there's also a big question. I thought I'd ask you guys for some help trying to figure out what kind of wheels to put on this. I've looked at Forge Lines, I've looked at HRE, looked at a whole bunch of different wheels. I can't make a decision. So help me out in the comments. What would you put on this car? I don't know. It's gonna be 20s and like a dark gray, satin black, probably satin black just to match all the different colors on the car. I just can't make up my mind. Also, what do you think I should do for a license plate? I need a custom plate. Pretty much all my cars have custom plates. I was thinking maybe film me, because I'm filming everyone else, and I want people to film this car. I don't know, but just a couple minutes we'll be taking this thing out for some rips. All right, so we're gonna turn the car down to map 2, about 1,000 horsepower. It's so smooth. You can feel just a little bit of slip.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, look at that, shows low.
Well, unfortunately, we weren't able to finish things up last night. The roads were super cold. The car was spinning pretty bad. I think the roads were 20-some degrees because it was like 30 degrees outside. So I stayed an extra day so we could party some more in the R8. Maybe play with the launch control. We're gonna have some more fun with this thing today. Let's go do it.
Okay. You have to switch it over to the R8.
Oh, it feels so good. I love it. Oh, crap. It's a nice road. They look pretty good in second, too. Ready? That's smooth. Like, it doesn't rip real hard out of the hole, but you could tell it's on the borderline of traction right there.
So, you know that when you just hold a button and you switch your maps?
Yep.
There's another layer to that, okay? When you pull it back, see how it's on 2, the red part's on 2?
Yeah.
You also have 2, 3, 4, 5 with the red kind of zone. So those are different layers. So that 2 version is switching between all the power maps. 2 could be street tire, 3 could be drag or, you know, track setup. Just the 2 changes, you know?
Gotcha. I'm gonna get used to the power really quick, but it's still like it feels insane to me right now.
And for the street, it's pretty much, it's like, you can't throw another 800 horsepower at the street, right? You're kind of, especially in lower gears, you know?
Yeah, it's not going to be putting down 1200 on the street right now. It's going to be limiting quite a bit. It's been a few days since I got back from Chicago, and there were a few things I didn't say in the outro, so I just wanted to redo this because I was just so wrapped up in the experience and how much I loved the car and the build. The entire experience at AMS has been mind-blowing. 3.5 weeks, I dropped the car off to the point where I drove it with 1200 horsepower. I mean, it's just mind-blowing. And of the 53 employees I interacted with at the shop, I think I talked to pretty much everyone there. Everybody there, it was clear that they love their jobs, they're in it for the right reasons. It just made the experience that much better. I thank you to everyone at AMS. Martin, thank you to Tyler, Alex, Cam, everyone that worked on the car. The car itself blew my mind. I mean, we've ridden and driven faster cars, but this one's mine. Like 1200 horsepower, and it's so little drama. It's just G-forces and turbo noises, exactly what I wanted. You know, compared to the Spank Bank ZR1 Corvette behind me, that car's tail happy, spins a lot, stick shift. The Audi, you just get in it, floor it, and it does all the work for you. Thank you guys, the car is perfect. And also, thank you to you guys. Thank you to the fans. This couldn't be possible without you guys buying the merch, watching our videos, sharing our videos. Thank you very much. And thank you to the 1320 video crew for making this possible. It's still surreal to think that I have a 1200 horsepower R8. We've got a lot to do with the car, and we'll be seeing it at TX2K very shortly, so make sure to subscribe so you can see even more updates on the car. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this. We'll see you next time.